And I
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. This is your Akazaki Yahoo. And I start this broadcast as I would start any broadcast by first of all giving all praise, honor, and great esteem unto the most high power of Yahuwah, Bahashem, Yahushua HaMashiach, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say shalom wabarukim, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait to the day that the Most High brings us back together and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High power, under one covenant. Hallelujah.
hallelujah.
I'm joined this afternoon by my most esteemed Akinanaya. Shabbat Shalom, Aki.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Maki. Shabbat Shalom, Yasharal. Call Halal, Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Wahawa, Kwadash. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All praises. That's indeed definitely all praises to Ha'aba, to the Father. It is such a wonderful, beautiful Shabbat afternoon, going into the evening here soon. But looking forward to getting into this lesson and also getting some sun out in the open. So all praises. We are in the book, the Song of Solomon. Let's pull this up here. Uh, Shir Ha'arim. Is that
Shir, Shir Hashirim. Irim.
Shir
Shir
Hashirim.
Hashirim.
Salaki, Shir Hashirim. Yes, yes, the Song of Solomon. So looking forward to getting into this book, Song of Songs, that is Solomon, or Shlomo. So we'll reference the scriptures as needed, but definitely looking forward to getting into this one. All right, here we go. The young Shulamite bride and Jerusalem's daughter. All right, so we're gonna pick up here at they abbreviate as SENG, which is
Hmm.
interesting. So yeah, verse 1. It said, "The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's." So this is his actual song or his ideals, probably written by whatever scribe he had or
God.
that was around at that time. So
Well,
it's
actually,
oh,
actually,
mhm,
uh, I believe they were his. I mean, he might have had somebody write them, but
mhm,
in First Kings chapter 4, verse 32,
mhm.
it says that Solomon had. It said he spake 3,000 proverbs,
Oh
and
yeah,
his songs were 1,005.
okay, kind, yeah, yeah, yeah. So absolutely, I can definitely see that being the case. So I wonder if we need to. I wonder if we need to jump to wisdom after this. But yeah, we'll just continue here. I hear you. All right. Verse 2. It says, "Let him kiss me with the kiss of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. Because of the savor of your good ointment, your name is as ointment poured forth. Therefore do the virgins love you. Draw me, we run, Slaki, we will run after you. The king have brought me into his chamber. We will be glad and rejoice in you. We will remember your love more than wine. The upright love, the upright love you." So who is she talking about here? She said the upright love you. Who would the upright love? I think that would be the messenger of the Most High, or the representative of the Most High, when she said the upright love you. Let's continue. Verse 5. This is probably the most famous verse out of this book. "I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon." Slow. "Look upon me, look not up, Salakia, look not upon me, because I am black, but the sun have looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyard, but mine own vineyard had I not kept.
Okay. So this is the woman continuing to speak, correct? All
Kind.
right.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, and they kind of prefaced it at the very beginning, young Shulamite bride and Jerusalem's daughters. So yeah, that's kind of put it in perspective. It's interesting that the speaker says they made me keeper of the vineyards, but mine own vineyard have I not kept. So that's definitely speaking in a metaphor. So that they give her the means of going about a situation that
Mm,
she could have been going, but in essence, she should have been keeping her own situation proper. With her own situation, probably the law, the Torah. She's probably talking about going off. Is what I'm deducing there.
here come.
Yeah, let's continue. Verse 7. Tell me, O you whom my soul loveth, where you feed it. Right, where you eat at? Where you make your flock to rest at noon. For why should I be as one that turneth aside by the flocks of your companions? Why should I be as one uh, that turns aside by the flocks of your companions? Let's continue. All right, verse 8. Solomon the lover speaks. If you know not, O you fairest among women, go your way forth by the footsteps of the flock, and feed your kids beside the shepherd's tent. I have compared you. Compared, yeah, I have compared you, O my love, to the company of horses in Pharaoh's chariots. Your cheeks have come, Slaki, your cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, your neck with chains of gold. We will make you borders of gold with studs of silver. We'll make you borders of gold with studs of silver. So is she talking about array? Your cheeks are comely with rows of jewels. Your neck is chained with gold. Your neck with chains of gold. Your neck with chains of gold. Slakia. I be messing this up. Slakia. But she talking about Iran, the king. He had a poppy and grill with the
Here come. Come. But she's describing his materialistic things. Am I
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what we read.
Yeah. And just remembering what we had covered when we were in Ecclesiastes, you
Mhm.
know, all these nice things that he said that, later he's saying that it was all vanity. So
Right.
she's impressed by
Yeah.
this vanity, which, we see women still continuing to be women and men,
Mhm.
let's be fair,
Yeah.
women and men impressed with things that don't profit us.
Exactly. Exactly. Because reality is when you. I mean, it's cool to have things. Don't get me wrong. Certainly not against having some things, but that stuff is nothing because you can't. You didn't bring it in here with you, and you can't take it out here with you. So no matter how many pyramids they filled with stuff, that stuff was still there after they was gone, and
Hmm.
they body returned to dust. And when the raiders came in and stole their stuff, it was gone. So
Come.
yes, indeed. Verse 12. While the king sitteth at his table, my what is that? Sparking it, spike,
Spikenard.
spike nuts, like it. Sendeth forth the smell thereof. What? That sounds, that sounds provocative.
Right. Yeah.
let's see, let's see what this is.
Nard.
Nard, yeah, sparking nard, and
It's some type of perfume,
okay,
some
plant.
type of
Okay, smell a
aroma.
plant. Okay,
Yeah, something that
okay,
smell good.
Okay, con. I was about to say what? All right, verse 13.
Right.
A bundle of mirth in my well be, well beloved. Slacky. A bundle of mirth is my well beloved unto me. Is mine. Why would they use is right there? That's it looks italicized. Like they added that. So it should be a bundle of mirth, my well beloved unto me. He shall lie all night between my breasts. I'm not even mature enough to read this. I'm
Right.
just giggling. Verse 12, verse 14, Salaki. Uh, my beloved is unto me as the cluster of uh, Capaner, Capan Capanhire,
Campire.
Capire. In the
Campire rather.
camp, okay, Salaki. I don't know why I got Campire. In the vineyard of in Ingleda,
In Getty.
in Getty,
Hmm.
Salaki, in Getty. I forget that I is a long E, a double E. Let's
But you
check out.
know,
Go ahead.
just looking at that word in Getty, it
Mhm.
reminds me of the Serengeti,
Oh, okay, con.
which,
Yeah, that's like a desert, right?
indeed, yep,
Okay, con. Yeah, my mind didn't even go there. I could pull. So for that, taking a look at this cap hire,
Kofar.
Kufar, yeah, ransom, satisfaction, bribe, piece of life, ransom, bribe, asphalt pitch as covering, a hyene plant, name of a plant, hyene, or village. So let's see what that Agedi is. Agedi, Agedi. Font of a kid, town in the west, in the wilderness of Yehuda, on the western shore of the Dead Sea.
That's just it's yeah, strikingly similar to the Serengeti, which you
Mm,
said was a desert, and we're
mm,
hearing here that this was a wilderness.
right. Yeah. Yeah. That's something. That's really
Come.
something. Yes, indeed. Verse 15. Behold, you art fair, my love. Behold, you art fair. You have dove's eyes. Behold, you art fair, my beloved. Yea, pleasant. Also, our bed is green.
Hmm.
The beams of our house are cedar, and our rafters are fir.
So listening to this,
Mm,
you know, is she in love with him or is she in
with
love
his
with his
stuff.
things?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question, because it certainly appears that she's more focused on the stuff than on him. And that's the thing. That's what I've heard that my whole life. At least when you don't have much, you know what people around you for. They could be genuine. But when
Hmm.
you got a bunch of stuff, people are just around you because of the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
And it's hard to be to tell who's real and who's not. So yeah, kind. All right. Chapter 2, the bride, the bride's admiration. I think we're gonna get here into more of what he's really into. Verse 1. I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys, as the lilies among thorns. Slackly, as the lily among thorns, so is my love amongst the daughters. As an apple tree among trees of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. I sat down under his shadow with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. He brought me to the banquet house, and his banner over me was love. Stay with the flagons, comfort me with apples, for I am sick with love. Uh, his left hand is under my head, his right hand doeth embrace me. I charge you, O you daughters of Jerusalem, by the roses, by the rose, Slacky, by the rose, and by the hinds of the field, hens of the field, that you stir not up, nor awake my love till he please. The voice of my beloved, behold, he cometh leaping upon the mountain, skipping upon the hills. My beloved is like a roe or a young hart. Behold, he standeth behind our wall. He looked forth at the windows, showing himself through the lance or the lattice. Lattice, yeah, kind. Verse 10. My beloved spake and said unto me, rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. For lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth. The time of the singing of the birds is come, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land. The voice of the turtle?
Mm.
What kind of sound a turtle make? Does that mean a turtle? Let's see what that is. Tor?
Tour.
Turtle dove. Okay, a turtle dove.
Okay.
Okay. I was like, what kind of sound a turtle? I went to the reptile turtle, but he talking about a turtle
Right.
dove.
God, that's what I was thinking too, though. And then,
Okay.
then when I saw the name of it, I was like, yeah, I think it is a turtle.
Okay. Right. Tor. Yeah. Okay. Kind.
But this is
All
a
right.
pleasant sound.
Yeah, like a singing. But
Hmm.
when you said turtle, I'm like turtle sound. I've never heard of a
Right,
turtle.
right.
I think I actually have heard a turtle go like a "Meh," that type of thing. It's nothing nice, but yeah, turtle
Mm.
doves sing like birds. Verse 13. The fig tree putteth forth her green figs, and the vine with the tender grape give good smell. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. O my dove, you art in the clefts of the rock, in the secret place of the stairs. Let me see your countenance. Let my Slaki, let me hear your voice, for sweet is your voice, and your countenance is comely. Take us, the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vines, for our vines have great Slaki, for our vines have tender grapes. My beloved is mine, and I am his. He feedeth among the lilies upon the daybreak, and the shadow flee away. Turn, my beloved, and be you like the roe or a young hart upon the mountain of Bether. Bether. No, Bether. Yeah, Bether. I don't recall Bether. You recall that one?
Nah, not at all.
Okay. Bahat, Bahatha. Clef. Is this the first? Yep, only place it's in there.
Carcon.
No wonder we don't recall it.
Right.
Interesting. So this chapter here, mm, I don't even know where to start. I mean, where to go. It's not really. Uh, yeah, like I said, I didn't. I should have watched that joint last night myself, but I ended up dozing off after I watched the other thing on Stars. You know what I'm talking about?
Carcon.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. The bride turned Slacky. The bride's troubled dream. It's like I thought I heard something up in this joint. Like, what? What was that? I'm looking around like can't see my camera off. I literally thought I heard something like right by my window. But okay, no sweat. Let's continue. Verse 1. It says, By night on my bed I sought him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. I will rise now and go about the city in the streets and in the broad ways. I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, Saw you him whom my soul loveth? It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him and would not let him go until I had brought him unto my mother's house and unto the chambers of her that conceived me. And unto the chamber of her that conceived me. That sounds kind of disrespectful. Verse 5. I charge you, O you daughters of Jerusalem, by the roll, by the roes, and by the hinds of the field, that you stir not up, nor awake my love, till he please. Solomon's wedding day. Verse 6. Who is this that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with mirth and frankincense, with all powders of the merchants? Behold, his bed, which is Solomon's, threescore valiant men are about it, of the valiant of Israel, of Israel. They are Slaki, they all hold swords, being experts in war. Every man have his sword upon his thigh, because he feareth the night, because he fear in the night. Slaki, because of fear in the night. Slaki. Verse 9. King Solomon made himself a chariot of wood of Lebanon. He made the pillars thereof of silver, the bottom thereof of gold, to cover it, Slaki, the covering of it of purple, in the midst thereof being paved with love, for the daughters of Jerusalem. Go forth, O you daughters of Zion, and behold, King Solomon with the crown thereof, therewith his mother crowned him in the day of his espousals, and in the day of the gladness of his heart. What you think, Art?
You know, it's telling us, it's telling us something. You know, I would have thought that it was speaking about one thing,
All right.
but after hearing, having heard this broken down in a metaphorical way,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and to be honest, it's out of my expertise as far as like what I've learned thus far.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I gotcha. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. Uh, I'm trying to
I mean, but
remember.
that clearly seems to be about a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Um,
appears that way.
who the relationship is metaphorically speaking about, I'm not totally sure. You know?
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those ones we'll have to put on the revisit list and
Yeah, kind.
get some more insight, some more insight on this one here. Like I said, this is not one that typically people talk about much. Outside of those few
My
verses.
skin is
Mhm.
black and
Right,
comely. You know what I mean?
right.
Like those
Yeah.
typical that we've heard.
Hmm. That's pretty much it. So, all right, let's continue. Verse 4, chapter 4, Solomon's love expressed. Verse 1, behold, you art fair, my love. Behold, you art fair. You have dove's eyes within your locks. Your hair is as the flock of goat, and appear from Mount Gilead. So I wonder what the goats look like in Mount Gilead.
Mm,
It's ironic they put goat. Let me see. Let me see if this thing says sheep. I promise. As or ace.
mm,
Yeah, says goat, kid, kid. Female goat, she goat, kid. All right. Oh, slack. Let me see where else it appears. Should have been a whole bunch of places. Oh yeah, 74 times. Okay, let's continue. Just curious, make sure they didn't try to put one on us. Verse 2. Your teeth are like a flock of sheep that are even shorn. Come up, Slakia. Let me start that again. Your teeth are like a flock of sheep that are even shorn, which come up from the washing. Wherefore, Slaki, whereof every one bear twins, and none bear among them, and none is barren among them. Your lips are like a thread of scarlet, and your speech is comely. Your temples are like a piece of the pomegranate within your locks. Your neck is like a tower of Dawid, built in an armory, whereon the hanging of a thousand bucklers, all shields of mighty men. Your two breasts are like two young roes that are twins, which feed among the lilies. Until the daybreak, the shadow flee away. I will get me to the mountain of mirth and to the hill of frankincense. You art all fair, my love. There is no spot in you. Come with me to Lebanon, my spouse. With me from Lebanon. Look up, oh Slakia. Look from the top of uh, Emna, Emnam, from the top of Shinar, Shinar, and Hermon, from the lion's den, from the mountain of leopards. All right, we're gonna take a look at these couple words here. Emna, well, I lost it. Where I go?
it's right there.
Oh,
H
Slack, my bad.
549.
549. M M
MR9.
on support. Support. Okay, so we did see that at Kings, and we hadn't got to Isaiah, so only here. Um, okay, and Shinar, I think we familiar with remotely Snow Mountain. I didn't remember what exactly it meant, but I remember seeing it. All right, let's continue. Verse 9. You have ravished my heart, my sister, my spouse. You have ravished my heart with one of these eyes, of your eyes, and one of your neck, Slaki, and one chain of your neck. How fair is your love, my sister, my spouse? How much better is your love than wine, and the smell of your ointment than all spices? Your lips, O my spouse, drop as a honeycomb. Honey and milk are under your tongue, and the smell is it's like and the smell of your garment is like the smell of Lebanon. Smell of Lebanon. Now Lebanon is known for those cedar trees,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
so that cedar smell really good. So I imagine if you're in a place where those trees grow in abundance,
It's gonna be a nice aroma in the air.
yeah, kind, yeah, especially with them still growing and blooming and putting off whatever. I imagine it's probably extraordinary.
And I imagine we would recognize a big difference, based on, we've grown up in these highly populated cities and,
All right.
what do you, pollution, has
Yeah,
been a serious problem.
yeah,
Well, not a serious problem, but a problem that is talked about. So
yeah.
imagine being here and being able to take in the air.
Right. Oh, it's probably magnificent, because
Hmm.
it's cleaning. One thing they don't have no cars at this time, so you don't
Right,
have any
con.
emissions. But everything that is going in the air, those trees are just cleaning it out, and it's probably amazing. Like that smell is probably just like, man. All right, verse 12. A garden enclosed is my sister, my spouse. A spring shut, a spring shut up, a fountain sealed. Your plant, Slacky, your plants are an orchard of pomegranates with pleasant fruits, camphire with spikenard, spikenard, and saff, saffron,
Sap, uh,
Ron, R-O,
saffron, con,
saffron.
saffron,
Okay, that's gotcha. Um,
calamus.
calamus. Okay, I was gonna mess that one up. Calamus and cinnamon. Calamus sounds like something familiar. I can't. My mind is not going there though. But when we put it with cinnamon, I'm like, okay, that's some kind of spice.
Hmm.
Um, and all the trees of frankincense, myrrh, and aloe with all the chief spices. Okay, let me check out this calamus real quick because I can't recall what that is. Sound familiar though, especially with Kniff. Reed stock, bone, balance, stock, water plant, reed, calamus, automatic, reed,
Aromatic,
aromatic, reed, Slocky,
aromatic.
aromatic.
Yeah, something also like aroma. You know what I mean?
Kind. Okay. Let's let's dig a little bit deeper into that one. Just curious. Another term, sweet flag, zoology, the whole lower part of the shaft of feather. Mm, I don't know. Oh well. All right, let's move on. Just wonder if we can learn something from that. But let's continue. Verse 15. It says, "A fountain of gardens and well of living water and streams of Lebanon. Awake, O north wind, and come, you south, blow up my garden, that the spices thereof may flow out. Let my beloved come unto the garden and eat his pleasant fruit." Yeah, this is uh I'm gonna have to watch that lesson on that because
Yeah, con.
yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that again.
And I'll when we do the final thought,
Yeah,
I'll kind of explain why I feel like I need to do the same thing. Just more studying with these
yeah,
writings right here, slow mo.
definitely. Yeah, because like I said, I watched that, but it's been years. He put it out 3 years ago, so
Hmm.
All right, chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, the torment of separation. I am come unto the garden, my sister, my spouse. I have gathered my mirth with my spice. I have eaten my honeycomb with my honey. I have drunk my wine with my milk. Eat, O friends, drink, yea, drink abundantly, O beloved. I sleep, but my heart walketh or waketh. It's like it, but my heart waketh. It is the voice of my beloved that knocketh, saying, Open to me, my sister, my love, my dove, my defiled,
My undefiled.
my undefiled Salakia, my undefiled Salakia. I don't know how I missed that whole un right there. Tripping. All right. And my head is filled with dew, and my locks with the drops of the night. So you don't have anything to cover his head like when he sleeping out in the open at night. Just wake up with dew on his hair. I've done that before. One night when I was in the army, it was our last night in the field, and the one of the fellas I was with, he was like, "Yeah, man, let's just sleep out under the stars." And I woke up wet. The dew was all over us. We was like, "What is this? What is this?" Like, it's the dew. I'm like, "Oh shoot, I didn't know it was gonna be that." That's why you sleep under a tent. But yeah, you sleep
Hmm.
out with under nothing. You wake up wet. Surprise. Verse 3. I have I have put off my coat. How shall I put it on? I have washed my feet. How shall I defile them? My beloved put in his hands by the hole of the door. Slacky, what? My beloved put in his hand by the hole of the door, and my bowels were moved from him. Hmm. I rose up and opened my beloved, and my hand dropped with mirth, and my fingers with sweet smelling myrrh, uh, upon the handles of the lock. Slacky, and my fingers with sweet smelling myrrh upon the handle of the lock. Okay, okay. Let's continue. Verse 6. I opened to my beloved, but my beloved had withdrawn himself and was gone. My soul failed when he spake. I sought him, but I could not find him. I called him, but he gave me no answer. The watchman that went about the city found me. He just said that in like the third. Did we read this in the third?
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah. He smote me. They wounded me. The keepers of the walls took away my veil from me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, if you find my beloved, that you tell him that I am sick of love. What is your beloved more than another beloved? O you fairest among women. O you fairest among women? What is your beloved more than another beloved? And you do is not change, not slacking. That you do not slacky. I'm chopping this up. Okay, let me start this over again. Verse 9. What is your beloved more than another beloved? O you fairest among women. What is your beloved more than another beloved? That you do so charge us. admired by the bride. Verse 10. My beloved is white and ruddy, the chief among 10,000s. Now we catch a lot of that. I done heard these cats. Oh, he said he's white. He's white.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, no. White as in dazzling, dazzling. Or
It's like he's been anointed with lotion. You know what I mean, to make him shine. You know.
right, he's bright. He's showing like he's got that glimmer. That's
Hmm.
a
That
that's a
glow. You know.
yeah. That's a Negro thing. You wouldn't know nothing about that.
Right. Right.
Con. Yeah, we know about that. When you put that, you got that sheen about you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you got yeah. That's what it is. So, all right. Verse 11. His head is as the most fine gold, and his locks are bushy and black as a raven. His locks, as in his braids.
Hmm.
Yeah. Verse 12. His eyes are as the eyes of a dove by the river by the rivers of water, washed with milk and fitly set fitly set. His cheeks are as the bed Slakia. His cheeks are as a bed of spices. His mm, as sweet flowers. His lips are like lilies, dropping sweet smelling mirth. His hands are as gold rings set with the beryl. Set with in that beryl, I think it's like green, if I'm
Con.
not mistaken. Okay, that's why I did that right. All right. His belly is as bright ivory overlaid with sapphire. His legs are as pillars of marble set up on sockets of fine gold. His countenance his countenance is as Lebanon, excellent as cedar. His mouth is sweet. Salakia. His mouth is most sweet, yea, he is altogether lovely. This is my beloved, and this is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem.
Con. I told you wrong. It's not green. It's yellow at barrel.
Oh, that barrel is like a yellow? Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't know. I had green in my mind when I saw that.
Well, because I want to say we've heard that reference with the Mashiach, and we know that he
Uh,
has a green garment on, and that's what
okay.
I was thinking. But
Yeah. Yellow jasper. Yeah. Con. Yellow color stone. Okay. Con. Okay. Well, it's lucky. All right. Uh, chapter 6. Oh, you want to take this one out?
indeed,
Hold on.
this is the book of Song of Solomon, or Song of Songs, chapter 6. Mutual delight in each other, verse 1. Whither is thy beloved gone, O thou fairest among women? Whither is thy beloved turned aside, that we may seek him with thee? My beloved is gone down into his garden, to the beds of spices, to feed in the gardens, and to gather lilies. I am my beloved's, I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. He feedeth among the lilies. Thou art beautiful, O my love, as Tirzah, comely as Jerusalem, terrible as an army with banners. Turn away thine eyes from me, for they have overcome me. Thy hair is as a flock of goats that appear, of goats that appear from Gilead. Thy teeth are as the flock of sheep which go up from the washing, whereof every one beareth twins, and there is not one barren among them.
Hmm.
As a piece of pomegranate are thy temples within thy locks. So it's like, what exactly are we describing here?
Right.
Is this a city? Is this a individual?
That's a good question. I'm definitely going to go back on that one because
Yeah.
I don't recall from that, from that previous understanding. Yeah, we'll have to come back and make a little, you know, addition to this
Con.
when that time comes. So,
All right. Continuing with verse 8.
mhm.
There are three score queens and four score concubines and virgins without number. My dove, my undefiled, is but one. She is the only one of her mother. She is the choice. She is the choice one of her that bare her. The daughters saw her and blessed her. Yea, the queens and the concubines, and they praised her. Who is she that looketh forth as the morning, fair as the moon, clear as the sun, and terrible as an army with banners? I went down into the garden of nuts to see the fruits of the valley, and to see whether the vine flourished, and the pomegranates budded. Or ever I was aware, my soul made me like the chariots of Aminadab. Return, return, O Shulamite, return, return, that we may look upon thee. What will ye see in the Shulamite? As it were the company of two armies. So I see where, we think that this is talking about, something sexual in nature, with a lot of what we already covered, but I'm just not totally sure on that now that I have, some different understanding on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, we'll have to. And I wish I could really expound on this thing. I can't. I really don't have it. So I'm gonna have to definitely go back and uh and look. So we'll like I said, we'll do a rendition and we'll go back
Mm-hmm.
over it. And yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, continuing. We in 6 or 7? Are
Seven.
we in? All right,
Yeah,
come.
yeah. We just finished six.
That's right. Yeah. All right, this is the Song of Solomon, or the Song of Song,
Mhm.
chapter 7. Admiration by the bridegroom, verse 1. How beautiful are thy feet with shoes, O princess daughters, or princess daughter. The joints of thy thighs are like jewels, the work of the hands of a cunning workman. The navel is like a round goblet, which wanteth not liquor. Thy belly is like a heap of wheat set about with lilies. Thy two breasts are like two young roes that are twins. Thy neck, right? God, this is
I know, right? That's
yeah,
it's ironic. Hold
man.
on, let's check out the script right quick and see what they say on that. If they say the same thing, we in seven, right?
Con,
That was yeah, like two fawns, twins of gazelle, twins of a gazelle.
yeah. So clearly this is speaking about a woman's body part, but is this speaking about metaphorically? Is this speaking about something else?
Yeah, it's definitely some metaphor in there. I think it's some
Mm-hmm.
of that as well, but I think it's more. I think it's deeper than just that. Like, yeah. So,
Yeah, con. All right. Verse 4. Thy neck is a tower of ivory, thine eyes like the fish pools in Heshbon. By the gates of Bath Rabim, thy nose is as the tower of Lebanon, which looketh toward Damascus. Thine head upon thee is like Carmel, and the hair of thine head like purple. The king is held in the galleries. How fair and how pleasant art you, O love, for delights. This thy stature is like to a palm tree, and thy breast to a cluster of grapes. I said, I will go up to the palm tree. I will take hold of the boughs thereof. Now also thy breasts shall be as clusters of the vine, and the smell of thy nose like apples, and the roof of thy mouth like the best wine of my beloved, that goeth down sweetly, causing the lips of those that are asleep to speak. The union of love. Verse 10. I am my beloved's, and his desires toward me. Come, my beloved, Let us go forth into the field. Let us lodge in the villages. Let us get up early to the vineyards. Let us see if the vine flourish, whether the tender grape appear, and the pomegranates bud forth. There will I give thee my loves. The mandrakes give a smell, and at our gates are all manner of pleasant fruits, new and old, which I have laid up for thee, O my beloved.
Bring back the mandrakes.
Right, right. It remind me of Leah and
Hmm.
Rachel, you know.
That's where Joseph came from. The
Yeah,
mandrake.
kind, indeed.
Yeah.
All right, this is the Song of Solomon, or Song of Songs, chapter 8. The lovers speak, verse 1. Oh, that thou wert as my brother, that sucked the breasts of my mother. When I should find thee without, I would kiss thee. Yea, I should not be despised. I would lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house. Who would instruct me? I would cause thee to drink of spiced wine of the juice of my pomegranate. His left hand should be under my head, and his right hand should embrace me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love, until he please. Who is this that cometh up from the wilderness, leaning upon her beloved? I raise thee, I raise thee up under the apple tree. There thy mother brought thee forth. There she brought thee forth that bare thee. Set me as a seal upon thine heart, as a seal upon thine arm. For love is strong as death. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. The coals thereof are coals of fire, which have most vehement, most vehement flame. My waters cannot quench love, neither can the floods drown it. If a man would give all the substance of his house for love, it would utterly be contemned. We have a little sister, and she hath no breast. What shall we do for our sister in the day when she shall be spoken for? If she be a wall, we will build up her palace of silver, and if she be a door, we will enclose her with boards of cedar. I am a wall, and my breasts like towers. Then was I in the eyes as one that had found favor. Solomon had a vineyard at evil mine. He let out the vineyard out keepers. Every one for the fruit thereof was to bring 1,000 pieces of silver. My vineyard, which is mine, is before me. Thou, O Solomon, must have must have had Slakia, must have 1,000, and those that keep the fruit thereof 200. Thou that dwellest in the gardens, the companions hearken to thy voice. Cause me to hear it. Make haste, my beloved, and be thou like to a roe or to a young hart upon the mountains of spices.
All right. So we have reached the end of the Song of Solomon, or the Song of Song, which is Solomon. Uh, Quite an interesting conversation piece. As no, 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 no. I'm, yeah. I honestly, I can't even front. I don't even know what to say. It's almost like, I mean, I understand not what it's saying, but I understand that there's a teaching that I need to rewatch because I watched some
Hmm.
years ago, and I did not recall anything from that teaching. And so yeah, I'm gonna go back and re-educate, and we'll come back and do a follow-up video to this.
Hmm.
And yeah, that'll be a lot better. Uh, so I don't even want to say final thoughts, but
Kind. Yes, not because it really won't be our final thoughts, but
no,
you
no,
know, I'm like you with that. And
yeah,
honestly, so out of you for revealing that, you know, uh, that teaching, that we need to review. But uh, my thing is looking at these scripts now, looking at these chapters now, it almost has to be another ulterior motive or a deeper meaning of these scriptures.
Mhm,
We know that Shlomo prayed for wisdom and was the wisest man ever.
mhm.
It's only right for us to look at his writings a little bit deeper than what's on the outside.
Right.
And for we know that things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. We already knew how pleasant women look. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's got to be something deeper,
Deeper than that, right?
you
Yeah,
know?
definitely, definitely. Yeah, definitely deeper. So, yeah, we're gonna get to that. And I wish we could get Mark to come on and really go into this. Not really
Hmm.
the whole thing, because he did 3 lessons in like 8 hours of material, probably longer than that. But yeah, he went over that. He went into that. But we're gonna go back and review, and we'll come back and do a short bit more to this to give it a little bit of better understanding for anybody who would watch this video and like they just read it. Yeah, we'll be back though. We'll be
Gone,
back.
gone.
God. All right. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and conclude here. Look, we have 56 minutes, which is perfectly
Wow.
fine. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's because we just went straight
Wow.
through so little commentary.
Hey, but look, that's for good reason, man.
Right,
We
right.
don't want to scatter
Yeah.
the sheep any further,
No,
you know?
no, no. We're not gonna just make it up and just yeah. See what that's really being saying. No, no. We're not gonna
Right.
get that here. We're gonna have to go back and relook at that. Um, but yeah, the way this is written, it's not anything you can really take from reading it on the surface. So you really have to go deeper into the understanding of it. And I'd be interested in the talks with the Ak and see how he came to the understanding of it. So. Uh, this the busy time of the year, so we might not be able to do it this week, but well, not next week, I mean, but sometime in the near future, hopefully. Abba willing. But we're gonna close it out right here with the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Always remember to fear the Most High and keep His commandments, because this is the duty of man, and it can never be understated that in the conclusion of it all, of the whole matter, that we should fear the Most High and keep His commandments, because this is the reason that we are here. And through it all, at the end of it all, through the entireness of it all, the entirety of it all, in the conclusion of it all, we must fear the Most High and keep His commandments, because this is the whole reason for man. I'm Yaakazaki Yahu, joined by my most esteemed Aka Kenanaya. Give all praise, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power Yahuwah, by Hashem Yahushua HaMashiach, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. We say Shalom Wabarukim, which is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait to the day that the Most High brings us back together and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation under the Most High power, under one covenant. Until that day, Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat shalom, family.
Hallelujah.